This is Natasha Watts. You're tuned in to On the Block Sports Talk.
What's up, everybody? It's On the Block Sports Talk coming to you live from the 502 Sports Bar and Lounge on White Plains Road in the BX. That's what we do. Big shouts to everybody. And also check us on chillloverradio.net for the podcast. So we only three the hard way today. We three the hard way. Mustafa in the building, Big Joe in the helm, and my man Kung Fu Panda handling his BI. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start off with a big shout out for Major League Baseball. 3 Hall of Famers put in the hall right now. Joe Torre, he a New York legend, New York icon, he a New York dude. He born and raised New York dude. Mets manager at one time.
St. Louis manager.
St. Louis.
Won his big stuff with the
Yankees across town.
Every aspect of the game excelling. You know what I'm saying?
And a good player. He was a rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year.
I think he was an MVP too. Yeah. Also, he was a prime-time player along as a coach.
He's an all-around player.
So big shouts to Joe Torre for the Hall of Fame inductee.
New York legend himself.
That's right. Big shouts to him. And Tony La Russa. Three chips?
3 chips. 2 with Oakland and 1 with one with Oakland and 2
with the Cardinals. That's right.
And he won one in the American League and one in the National League.
Right. So big shouts to Tony La Russa. Always a winner. He was always in the mix. His team's always in the mix. So big shouts to him.
He won 3 if it wasn't for your man Kurt Gibson.
Yeah, that's true. It
was Kurt.
And big shouts to Bobby Cox, even though he was an Atlanta Brave manager and he was our rival and all that.
I don't like him.
We Mets fans. I don't like him either.
I don't like him.
He got a lot of
but
wins.
I respect
a lot of wins.
I respect him.
He went to the chip a lot of times.
Yeah, but
he only got one.
But
he got one.
I was gonna say he's the Buffalo Bill of baseball, but he
no offense.
I mean, sorry.
You talking about baseball? How you
I would say
on me like this, man?
Okay, he's a Minnesota Vikings.
He's a Minnesota Vikings.
Cold-blooded, man.
But big shouts to those fellas right there.
Do you know that he holds the record of being thrown out of games? He's the manager with the most thrown out of games status.
Well, he didn't take no jobs. So
he talked a lot of crap.
And he kicked the dirt the best too, right?
Yeah, Billy Martin was pretty good at kicking dirt, but listen, I give Bobby Cox all the credit that he deserves.
Yeah, won a lot of
respect
games,
that he deserves. Atlanta was a great team.
Right. They just couldn't get over the American League every time they got to the chip. But big shouts to those 3 fellas for the Hall of Fame right there, man.
Yeah. Ironic though, they beat a Hall of Fame team, Cleveland, who had top to bottom Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's when they did. Yeah, they did win. They did. Yeah. But I'm a Met fan, so all right, pass on.
Shots fired.
Talk about my Mets. We don't have usually a lot of good news, but right now we do. You know, we made some decent signings in the offseason. Curtis Granderson, hopefully he's healthy and he can produce. Nice 4-year, $60 million deal. Not a lot. It's a lot of money, but not a lot come to baseball money. That's pretty fair.
It's not $240 million.
Yeah. Robinson, you wildin'. Yeah. But so big shouts to the Mets. And also Bartolo Colon. He's a vet.
He's a vet.
He's a vet. He's been in the game a long time.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Serious?
Nah, he's been around a little bit, man.
He's been around. He's 70 years old. and he's thrown in the high hundreds.
Yo, but he's productive, man.
Yeah.
He had a good season last year with Oakland. So hopefully he can be productive. We only got it for 2 years. So, hopefully till Harvey gets back. And that's when Harvey should be back.
If he doesn't get suspended for 100 games like Alex Rodriguez, we all right.
But big shouts to the Mets. They're going in the right direction. Right now, our defensive outfield is looking pretty good with my man Young and now Granderson. Hey, this is some good moves that we haven't made in a long time.
Yeah, but we still ain't captured. All right, we're not close to Big Brother.
No, but we're going in the right direction. Hopefully,
we'll see.
It's tough being a Met fan. Believe me,
it's hard.
Right now, it's tough being a fan of New York sports. Period.
Last show, you missed last show. We talked about New York sports.
It's tough,
it's
man.
It's a decline.
That's what makes New York is tough, man. We're going to ride with ours, man. We're going to ride with them. We're going to hate on them, but we're going to ride with them.
And we got no choice.
I'm going to bust some shots. Shots will be fired on my teams, but I'm going to ride with them.
Hit me.
They're coming. Oh, yeah. Hit me.
That's New York sports.
Well, I can't say the same when it comes to basketball. I went to the retirement state. You know what I'm saying? But, at least, beach and sunshine. You know what I'm saying?
You're good. You're good for right now.
One more shout out in baseball wise. Big shouts and a congrats and all that, and have a healthy retirement. Roy Halladay, 2-time Cy Young winner,
Doc Holliday.
award winner, and 2-time World Series champion.
with Toronto and with Phillies.
Yeah. Hall of Famer? Future Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe not first round, but
I
I feel he
first
can get up in
round?
there.
No.
He's got over 200 wins.
All right.
Not a lot of guys got 200 wins.
I'll tell you what.
And the way the game is going, not a lot of pitchers are going to get 200 wins. So it might not be first ballot.
What might get him over? All right, look, 338 career average,
Right.
ERA average, 2,100 strikeouts, 2-time Cy Young Award winner.
Right.
He's got the credentials.
He's got it.
He's
got
going
the
to be in there. I
credentials.
don't think the first round.
And I'm at 200 wins, right? Over
Yeah,
200
yeah.
wins.
He's
He's
got
going to
the
be in.
credentials.
He's gonna be in
He'll
there.
be in there.
But it took Catfish Hunter, a while to get in. It took Goose a while to get in.
Right, what I'm saying.
So,
it all depends on how the sports writers do it and what class he's coming in with.
True. And who they
But
left
he'll
out
be there.
the year before last.
Right, but I'm saying, not the question, Hall of Famer period. I didn't say what first ballot, second ballot.
Okay.
He's got the numbers. He should be a Hall of Famer.
In general, definitely
He'll
a
be
Hall of Fame.
He's got the numbers for it.
He's got the numbers.
He's got the hardware. So there's not too much they can
the,
deny.
The Hawk didn't have the hardware,
Yeah.
but he had the numbers.
Right, but
And
didn't
it took
Hawk
him years.
have a personality problem too? Wasn't that was on his rap? That was the rap on the Hawk back in the day.
Everybody did.
But he got in eventually. It's made him sweat.
Yeah.
But it all depends on what's going on with that class right there.
I tell you one thing, he'll get in before Bobby Bonds.
Barry
Bonds.
Yeah, they're gonna make Barry sweat. They're gonna make Barry sweat. They're gonna make Barry
You
sweat.
think he's going to get in? I mean, I hope he get
Eventually.
in.
If he does get in, but he should get in for his numbers pre-steroid accusations because he put up great numbers before that while he was in Pittsburgh and his first few years in San Francisco.
That's what
he put up great numbers before he turned into Hercules.
We call him that's Skinny Bonds.
Yeah, Skinny Barry numbers was crazy.
He didn't just turn into Hercules. He turned into Terry Crews.
Yeah, like husbands. Exactly, it was crazy, man. But other baseball news. Robinson Cano, he bugged out. He's paper chasing. So, more power to him.
Hey, man, you know what?
Hopefully he pays his child support after
If
that.
they give you $240 million to quit your job, wouldn't you?
Oh man, I would have been quit.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
He's going to Seattle. They have no tax.
Okay, yeah.
So that's all him.
Enjoy his money. Hopefully he pays child support behind that now because he was delinquent on that.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Really?
Hey,
There's
On the block,
There's some more
sports talk.
dedication in professional
Keep it on the
sport.
block.
He already has a ring. He already accomplished
That's
what he
the thing.
accomplished. So
He
why
has some
not?
ring already.
that's what I'm saying. I think he got a ring and he got fat. He just want to get paid now.
Right.
Some players, that's all they want. They don't care about getting more rings and keep winning and building. Some of them, if they get a ring, cool. Now they want to get paid. And to each his own. That's your thing. That's your
Talking
thing.
about Cano or Bynum?
I'm talking about both.
Could be the same thing. But Bynum is looking productive lately.
Really?
Until his knee breaks, then it is what it is. But then we'll get into basketball later. Ain't too much to talk about that. Anyways, UFC talk.
Hey.
For those fight fans out there.
True.
It's a fight night tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
George St. Pierre, my man GSP. He's taking a leave of absence. He's like, I need a break. Life has been too hectic.
Yo,
You think he's burnt out?
No, he's been on the grind. Okay. Think about all the people that have retired since he's been here. Liddell, The Natural, Couture.
Yeah.
Those are all out of his class.
But he hasn't taken the beating that those guys took. He's been handing out the beatings.
No, he took a couple of beatings. BJ Penn beat the hell out of him one time. And what's his name? Hernandez.
Last tough fight with Hendricks was a
That
tough
was a
fight.
tough fight. That was a tough fight where I think
Some people call it a draw. Some people say
it could have
lost.
been any way.
It could have went any way.
But to knock out the champ, that's how you should get. That's how you should get the belt. You got to
beat
knock
the
out the
champ,
champ.
you gotta beat the champ.
You got to beat the champ.
Beat
To
his
beat a
ass.
man, you got to beat the man.
Exactly.
So
you don't get handed.
GSP
the
is
I don't know,
been.
but it's kind of hard to confuse the boxing rules with ultimate fighting rules.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
what I'm saying is, listen.
To
If
take-
you want to take a man's championship, you want to be down.
You got to beat him convincingly.
Don't split decisions. It shouldn't come down to the judges.
Right.
You got to bloody.
You talk about mixed martial arts, though. There's a lot more arsenal to your fire with that. You know what I mean?
But still,
with boxing, I
you
can
don't
see
want-
that, but with mixed martial arts,
But
it's
in a fight
sometimes about
period,
control.
if you sitting there, okay, you control the tempo of the fight. That means you win, but you didn't beat him up. Nah, that's whack. You got to beat in a fight, regardless of MMA or boxing or Greco-Roman wrestling, whatever the case. In a fight, you got to beat that dude to
But
get the
you see,
belt.
the reason
That's
why
how I
the
feel.
reason why I
and
say
how
that
people
with mixed
feel.
martial arts, you know, takedowns is just as much of points as
Right.
anything else.
And
You
that-
understand?
and that
you can win
adds-
on takedowns. And
That
not
adds
really-
to some controversy
Yeah.
because some dude he'll get 3 takedowns in a ring in a round, but he didn't do nothing with it, and he gets the nod for that round.
Yeah.
Just because you got a takedown, but I got right
Yeah, you
back
can
up.
get 5 takedowns, but if I knock you out,
One,
it's
even
over.
one of the announcers said it's messed up because you could get a takedown, but if you do nothing with it and the guy defends it, comes right back up, he gets no credit for that.
Right.
Right.
And it's that's what's whack. That's one of the
Then-
knocks I have with
Then
MMA.
the scoring system needs to be,
Right, because
updated.
you got a takedown, but we up split second up, and you did nothing with your takedown.
Yeah, exactly.
And you won the round because you got 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I blackened your eye and got you bloody.
And that's what
That's
happened in
whack,
that last
yo.
fight. And let me tell you, GSP, if
I hope he
he
comes
comes back, he's going to be fresher than ever. His skills are good. You know, he's not, okay, he says he's taking time.
Yeah.
But he's going to be still, he's doing his training.
He wants to spend time with his family, blah blah, all that stuff. Dana White said, "Yeah, I'm not mad at him. Hey, you got to do what you got to do." Dana White said he got the open door. When he's ready, and he'll get the big fights when need be. He's vacating the title. So in March, they're gonna have a title fight with Hendricks and Robbie Lawler are gonna fight it out. The 2 number one
should be a good
contenders
fight.
for that fight,
Should
for
be a
that
good
belt.
fight. Yeah, that
it should be a good fight. So we'll see how that rolls out.
Hey,
And
yo,
big
big-
shouts to those dudes.
No, big shout out to GSP, man. Yo, Canada.
Come back soon.
And and it's interesting, anybody else who, when you watch the TV show, if you want to comment on anything you say, make sure you leave us a Facebook message. We
Yes.
have a Facebook like page on the Block Sports Talk. And the CLR like page for on the Block Sports Talk too. So if you like any of the comments we talked about, let us know what you feel about what we just talked about. Whether you feel Ultimate Fighting and boxing should be as solidified or and a win as such, versus not so. You understand? If you feel technique should be involved as a knockout or a knockout should win a championship, let us know.
Or if you have a topic you want us to talk about the following week, drop
hit us up,
drop us whatever idea you have or critique, so to speak, or whatever, anything you want to input. Drop us on the like page, like you said, on the Block Sports Talk on Facebook. Got a like page.
Send all your fan letters to the Panda.
Right, he'll read them for me.
Yeah.
It's my man Friday.
He might spill a little drink on it, but he'll read it.
Your man
He
Friday
will
on a
read it.
Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. That's my boy Saturday. More quick news and notes for the sports world. College football.
Hey.
We got all the bowl games coming up in a week or two, and when we get closer to those bowl weeks, we'll have discussion on those and we'll have our picks for those.
I got one critique about the bowl games before
Yeah.
you get into it. Okay, we got the Army-Navy game going on today.
Yeah.
And, we got the,
yeah. I mean, option all game. Option right, option left on both sides of the ball.
Exactly.
Boring.
You got the Heisman today.
Big shouts, Heisman Trophy Award,
But
New York City.
we don't have any games until when? January?
No, actually, there's some I think right after Christmas.
Do we really
the
look at
28th.
those?
Yeah, it's the Down the Block Bowl and the You Suck, you Barely Won Bowl and stuff like that.
Chick-fil-A Bowl?
Yeah.
No, come on.
Hey, but you know what?
A bowl's a bowl.
Before we even get to more NCAA, I'd like to say our NCAA segment sponsored by the 502 Sports Bar.
That's right.
That's
the ladies,
right.
the ladies in
The ladies
502.
of 502, Patty and Carmen.
girls.
502, located at 3304 White Plains Road on Tacona Rosewood.
BX.
Come hang out with us one day. We here every Sunday.
Yeah, come every Sunday watching football, Saturday doing the thing, watching sports, watch a game with us and all that. You can buy me a beer.
Come and hang out.
I won't say no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Great hostesses and great food.
Come
That's what
by
they have.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. That's right.
Help me Friday. Help me get back home.
I love their chicken wings the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back to you, John. Sorry.
And big shouts to Nick Saban. They had a big thing about all last week. Was he going to leave to Texas? Were they going to do this? Was he going to do that? I figured he was going to stay because he built something big there. I know how you feel about Nick Saban, but he
I'm
got.
going to stay in Miami for the rest of my life.
He knew what was going on down there.
That cat is shiesty.
He's the Larry Brown of college football.
No. But see, Larry does things right. You know what I mean? I mean, he has 40 jobs. He got more jobs than the Headley.
Yeah.
40 jobs.
He's the head man of college.
You know, you're lazy lima bean. You only got 2 jobs. But he does it correctly. He goes from one team, either builds it up, corrects what mistakes need to be there, and moves on. Nick Saban, I'm going to stay here for Michigan State, LSU, the Miami Dolphins. He skated out on all of these guys.
Well, he didn't skate here. He said,
We'll see what happens with Matt Brown. We'll see what happens with Matt Brown.
They still up in the air about that. A lot of people say he should. Matt Brown, for those that don't know, is the head coach of Texas,
yes.
University of Texas, Hook 'em Horns.
Yeah.
That's the big program, especially in the state of Texas.
Indeed.
They were talking about him, how he missed out. The last two Heisman winners and probably the Heisman winner tonight. So that's 3. 2 of them were in-state recruits.
Okay.
Johnny Football, RG3.
True.
Jameis Winston wanted to go to Texas.
And we'll stop.
His college coach, Mac Brown, he called him repeatedly. Said, listen, come check this kid, come check this kid. He never returned his phone calls.
So you think Mac is losing his touch?
He's losing his touch. He's losing in-state talent. Johnny Football, in-state with the A&M. Okay. He goes to Texas. There'll be no talk of Mac Brown losing his job or quitting.
Not everybody wants to go to UT. Not everybody wants to go to.
But he never went to check them to see.
I understand.
That's the problem they're saying and RG3 he went to Baylor. He put Baylor on the map because for a while Baylor was like, Baylor.
Look at this. All right, look at Texas, California, and Florida. Huge states.
Big states.
Huge college towns. So you got a lot of competition. Maybe somebody didn't tell Mac.
But you're the University of Texas.
Maybe somebody didn't tell him. Because you got Baylor, Texas Tech, Texas.
A lot of schools in the state.
You got a multitude of
But the
schools.
crown jewel of Texas college football is the University of Texas.
True.
Hook 'em Horns.
No, it's
and you lose out to A&M and Baylor when people is hollering at you, and now Jameis Winston, when he wanted to go there, and he never called. So there's a lot of controversy, a lot of question going on. Is he going to be? But the AD, they got a new AD. Right. They say he's going to be there. So,
but all I'm saying is, Mac Brown's got a national championship with Vince Young.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, come on.
But they said the last 3 years, besides losing out on those 3 talents, the record's been kind of.
Yeah, he was 5-6, a couple of
5-6 losses, 4 losses, and that's not really flying when you're Texas University of Texas.
But you know what? Earl Campbell's not walking through that door.
Right. But if you're losing
Major
out,
Applewhite is not walking through that door.
But you know why? They're going to A&M. They're going to Tech.
No.
They're going to Baylor. They're going to
schools like Notre Dame, where they were dominant. There are other teams. There are other teams. I know. That's why there's so much parallel.
I understand what you're saying, but the people in the back, the chair people on the board at Texas, the boosters, the alumni, they're not trying to hear that. They're Texas University. They're Hook 'em Horns.
Boosters need to shut up.
They're not trying to hear that no more.
Boosters need to shut up.
So it might be time for fresh blood. So Mac Brown might be out of there. I don't want to tell anybody need to lose their job, but you know the state of college football. Right. You need to win and stay winning.
Yeah, but you got guys like who had losing seasons like Joe Paterno. Yeah. God rest his soul. Nobody messed with him, right? He had an established program.
Right, yeah. And that's true.
And then he's iconic too, so
Bobby Bowden got pushed out. Right or wrong?
Yeah. They did, but at times started wearing thin on them. After a while, you need fresh blood.
Don't give me that the game has passed you by when they've been there for years.
To a point, for some people, it does.
All right.
But hey, big shouts to A&M for re-signing Kevin Sumlin.
Yeah.
He got a nice 6-year deal to stay in A&M.
Hey,
he got Johnny Tackle Football in there.
He got
Jonathan Tackle Football.
Can I ask you a question? Which would you rather be, an NFL coach or all-time college coach like that? Which would
Me personally, college coach. College coach because you got more control. Right. You have much more control over.
You'll have more control, and you have pardon the expression, but you'll have a longer leash.
Yeah.
Because being that football, NFL is such a big business. Your leash is really short.
But whoa, college is a big business.
It
too.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Teams like Michigan State, Penn State, they make over $100 million a year.
Yeah, true.
It is, but football, NFL, the shield is $1 billion business.
Right.
So your leash is a little shorter.
Yeah.
Compared to
the
college
last
football.
of the long-staying coaches like Landry. Landry had losing seasons in the beginning of the Cowboys years.
You talking about the father of the shotgun, man?
Yeah, but I'm saying, and the doomsday defense. So you think now in this time, you think he would have lasted with the record he started out with? See, that's what
it's a shorter leash.
It's a short leash. It's a very short leash.
College will get a little more leeway because they figure they know you have to recruit, and they know the there's a more teams. It's a bigger recruiting battle compared to NFL.
So would you feel it's more glamour being an NFL coach or more glamour as a college coach? I mean, with the college, to me, let's look at the pros and cons. With the college, you got to look at the aspect that you have the whole state, the environment behind you, college, over 80,000 fans cheering and yelling when, and in the NFL you have that, but then again, they don't give you the loyalty in the NFL as far as that.
Indeed.
You know,
I personally think college is much more lucrative, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's much more
you can build
the program. Yeah,
you can build a program.
That's the same thing I was saying, but it's nothing like the glory of being an NFL coach. You know?
Look at John Robinson. Built up the USC program.
Yeah, yes.
Went to the NFL, wasn't too hot. Went to the Rams, wasn't too hot. Went back to USC and was still prominent.
Right.
That's the difference. Guys like Pete Carroll he started off with the NFL, New England and the Jets.
Right, being assistant to defensive coordinator.
Then went back to SC. His name was huge.
Think about it.
Then
now.
he got a job back with Seattle.
Well, if it's that prestigious, why would you leave the college atmosphere to come back to the NFL?
Because all coaches are nomads.
Right. And to some of them, they want to go to the next level.
Yeah.
And bringing up SC, the new guy they hired worked under Carroll.
Yeah.
So when you establish that program, your tree, a lot of your underlings will come back and take over that job that you leave on.
Now,
I think the dude that's right now, the interim coach who quit, who changed the way things were going, because they were stinking.
Yeah.
Under Kiffin, they were stinking. They fired him. This kid took over. They went 6-2, and then they kind of gave him the shaft.
Yeah.
For this guy who
well, they wanted a bigger name.
Right, but he stunk.
Yeah.
He was mediocre up in Washington.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, this guy turned your program around with 6-2, had you going to a bowl game. Brought back energy, brought back enthusiasm to the program. You gave him a shaft for a dude that worked under Pete Carroll, who was stinking as a head coach in Washington.
Sometimes when
I think it's going to bite
you
them.
don't have that name, they're a little shaky.
He was building a name.
Yeah.
I think it's going to bite them. SC's going to get bit with that.
Yeah, he'll go to Stanford, beat them every year, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But now Stanford, their coach ain't going nowhere.
No,
Even though he's been
he'll go
rumored.
somewhere else. He'll go like Washington State or somewhere.
Yeah. He's been rumored though. The head coach at Stanford his name has been thrown around for jobs.
See, once you're in college and your name is established, then they can throw your hat in the ring for the NFL. I think the best job is the college basketball coaches because they don't go anywhere. You have to do
you can
something.
be there for a long time.
You have to threaten Calipari with death. I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
You know? Don Chaney has been with
big shouts to Don Chaney.
Big shouts to Don
Kick
Chaney.
the kids, hit them with the chair, and water bottles.
And it
it
takes a long time to get you out.
Yeah.
College basketball is much more stable than anyone. Jim Boeheim, John Thompson.
Yeah.
Names that you know when the synonymous with college
with the
basketball.
team. Yeah.
That's cool. That's true.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, in the following week or two, we'll be back, have more college football, and talk about the bowl games coming up. College basketball coming up. You know, my team, I'm a Hoya fan, as you all know from our debates and our things going last year. They're doing, they're rebuilding mode. Syracuse, they're the top 10 team right now, right?
No, we're not top 10. We're number 4.
Number 4.
So
okay.
So it was like a cataclysmic apocalypse that happened right now. And they had to go to a playoff.
Yeah.
And they had to take the top 4 teams.
Did your ACC schedule start yet? Okay, that's what I like to know. We'll talk about that when that starts.
Yeah.
See how the Orange
get to that
do
bridge.
when they play their conference games.
Yeah.
You know, they play the whole state of North Carolina.
All right.
And for those college b-ball fans know, the state of Carolina is basketball central.
Ridiculous.
You got it's too numerous to mention. College
North Carolina,
basketball,
North Carolina State, Wake Forest, Duke, Davidson. The list
crazy.
goes on and on.
It's crazy.
So-
ACC, college basketball, the ACC is like one of the top 3 conferences. College basketball.
ACC. It used to be Big East, but ACC.
Yeah, they're
right
going to
now,
rebuild right now, but in the new
Oh, and
7
big shout
teams.
out, big shout out today. Wednesday was the anniversary of Jimmy V last
Yes.
week. Big shout out. Remember, they can't take your heart and they can't take your soul, man. Keep fighting.
Yes, you know, fight cancer.
Fight
Everybody.
cancers every day, man.
Think
Big
about that.
shout out to Jimmy V and the Jimmy V Foundation.
For all those who have, I know pretty much everybody has someone who they've been touched by that cancer thing. So, you know, big shouts to Jimmy V Foundation. Everybody check that out. Check it out, YouTube with the speech, and
The speech is
check whatever
ridiculous.
foundations that are close to your heart and everything like that. You know, that's how we do over here. Other fight news to get away from college sports. Boxing night tonight. Adrian Bruner fighting Marcus Mondana. Should be a good fight. Good fight. Both of them are good. Madonna, I'm messing up his name. My bad.
What is it?
He's got 31 knockouts. He's 34 and 2.
What is it, middleweight?
Welter's 147.
Okay.
He's 34 and like 2 with 31 knockouts. Power in both hands.
Okay.
He's a little crazy. His style's a little awkward, but he got power in both hands.
Well, he's been fighting.
Who is he? What was his toughest fight?
Who, Madonna? Right. He had a few. He had a few good fights. Some of the names are escaping me right now, and my apologies for that. But Bruno, he's as he calls himself, the second coming of Floyd. That's his big brother. He's going to take over the realm from Floyd when Floyd hangs him up. But the kid got skills, but he talks too goddamn much. He's just a little too arrogant with himself. And this is going to be a tough fight for him. So he need to, just slow his roll.
Is this on pay-per-view or is this on?
It's on Showtime tonight. So everybody, check that out. And they also got, it's supposed to be, there's still three title fights on that card.
Okay.
So it's a good fight card. The weather's crappy over here in the Northeast, so for those, get your remotes ready and watch the fights and watch UFC fights on Fox Sports 1. Not to plug another channel, but
tonight, right?
sometimes you have to, They got some fights coming on there.
Tonight?
A good card on that. So, it's a good remote night.
Yeah, because it's snowy outside.
Yeah, it's a bit brisk and it's a bit windy.
It's starting to look
and
like
nasty.
Christmas.
Yeah, for real. Now, we're gonna get into the meat of the matter and what things we love to discuss. And our bread and butter is football. It's NFL. The Shield. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got to talk about the Shield.
And the NFL is brought to you by Dr. Pasqua.
That's right, Dr.
Pasqua
Pasqua.
McGee, 3350 White Plains Road, specialized in pain management, sports medicine, and chiropractic.
Right, so you got that kick in the back. Go check out my man Doc down White Plains Road.
If your back is feeling whack, he'll crack.
You know what I'm saying? He'll straighten you out. Literally. For real. Speaking of injuries, Gronkowski. Now,
The Grunkster.
Yeah, he got the MCL and the ACL.
Yeah.
So he's done for this season. Of course, there's only 3 games left.
Right.
Now, I'm saying he's going to be out all next year.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a given.
Yeah.
You think it's going to affect the season after that too? And you think he's going to be the same player? Because MCL and ACL, both of y'all got some medical experience.
Right.
That's tough, man. Both ligaments.
Yeah, all right.
That's
He'll be all right because he's a big, tight.
Right, and he's got hands.
He's not the fleetest foot.
Right, and he wasn't before the injury, so he sure as hell ain't going to be out.
So
I kind of beg to differ, man, because, when you get hurt, that takes away from you being in football shape and you have to recondition your body. And a lot of times when you fall out of what I call top football shape, because you got to remember, these guys practice every day now. Right. It's not just a seasonal sport. These guys work at their craft all year long. So if your body's not being conditioned all year long to the rigorous work regimen, I think there's, a lot of, depreciation in your body. You know what I'm saying? Your cartilages don't react well. They lose its flexibility. They, you get degeneration in your bone.
He's going to have some people. Hopefully he has a trainer and somebody's going to keep on top of his diet, so keep him in somewhat kind of shape.
The Patriots rehab is going to be.
I think truthfully it's going to be. Back-to-back injuries, taking time off. That's making you fall out of football shape faster than ever.
But he came back and got 8 touchdowns after
he was being productive.
Yeah,
but
you can't do that.
Legs.
But when you get hit, can you sustain it, or will your body have that flexibility after not working out for a period of time?
So this goes to the question. My main question is, how much longer do you think his career is going to be? With the forearm, he had like multiple surgeries in the forearm. Then he had some back issues. But now the MCA and ACL.
The forearm. I think I don't want to get too technical and I don't want to cause any lawsuits, but I think that was the doctor's fault because he had an infection.
Right.
So they had to go back in there and clean it up.
Somebody did something wrong to get the infection.
Yeah. So I don't want to get.
It could be a number of things that causes, staph.
Yeah, staph infection,
things like that. Nosocomial, what they call nosocomial infections from the hospital environment. So but I honestly think, man, that it's only a matter of time before he has to hang it up. You sustaining real crucial injuries that most players wouldn't even come back from. You remember 15 years ago, a player would never be able to come back from that.
From an ACL,
but with the great medicine that they have now, they've been doing it. But you got to look at the time factor. He's been in the league over 7 years. Am I correct?
No, not 7.
No. He's been in the league 4 years now.
Yeah.
4 years, that's all? Yeah. So, I mean, you're still young, but in football life, you're becoming fragile.
Listen, he's young. He's about, 26, 27?
Yeah, he's in his mid to early 20s.
Fragile.
26, 27, and all he has to do is this. Some of this, but mostly is this. I'm trying to think of a player right now in the NFL like maybe like a Wes Welker.
We
With all the
talking
concussions?
3 major injuries that he recently had.
Oh, I got a better one. Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Look.
But Adrian only
Pe-
had 1 major injury.
And Adrian Peterson is Wolverine. Because
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
not,
this is true.
He's not human.
Yeah, this
he's
is true.
Wolverine.
He's a
a
robot.
mutant.
He's a
Because
robot.
look, last week they had to call him off for a foot, and they're talking about he's playing this Sunday.
Yeah,
he's Wolverine.
he's Wolverine.
He's Wolverine. That
But
man is a freaking
But
nature.
it's not a period of time when you're out. You talk about every injury Gronkowski sustained,
But-
he's out a period of 3 or more months.
But listen, this is the only one that's really affected his legs. That's really affecting his career-wise.
The back is a serious thing, man.
But it wasn't a serious injury he had in his back. He just had like some stiffness. It wasn't. He
Yeah.
didn't have to have surgery. He didn't have to
It
have back
was
surgery.
elective surgery. It wasn't
Right.
like it was.
It wasn't.
needed.
Yeah. So
Elective surgery.
surgery
still.
period.
Yeah,
They open you up is
yeah,
tough.
Still,
Yeah.
even if you get what they call trigger point injections and pain management,
Yeah.
after a while the cortisones in that bone area will decrease and degenerate the
Degenerate,
disc.
yes.
You understand? So we talking about biological factors as well as time factors
True.
too. You know, it's kind of hard to recover from that.
Right.
I got another one to pose.
Oh, but you know what? Even before we do that, you know, we have a statement where we was talking with Dr. Pasqua.
Yeah, who talks about different sports injuries with the NFL with the new rules for defenders can't hit high and low. So later on, that'll be linked into the show for y'all to watch that. Y'all can also check that out on YouTube if you want.
Matter of fact, we're gonna cut to it right now for y'all.
Dr. Greg Pasqua here, chiropractor on White Plains Road here in the Bronx. And I've been asked lately about what my feelings are regarding the new rules in the NFL trying to protect players from concussive head injuries. Don't hit them high. Don't hit them with your helmet. No helmet-to-helmet contact. No shoulder-to-helmet contact. So what has this done? Well, many defensive players, for fear of the penalties and the fines, are hitting low. You have to hit them somewhere. This is a violent sport. You have to tackle them. So they're hitting low. Some may feel that this may increase injuries to lower extremities. We had an ACL injury that took out a tight end over at the New England Patriots this weekend. And he'll be out for the season. And we have ACL injuries all the time. We have ACL injuries from guys just running down the field seemingly untouched, and they could tear an ACL. So definitely there may be more injuries to the lower extremities with the new rules. We could liken that to skiing. When skiing changed to ski boots, then it saved people's ankles, but now all of a sudden you had all the knee and upper leg injuries. So what's the difference here? What are we really doing? Are we helping the players? Well, the way I feel is you could always replace the knee. I have a hip replacement myself. Many of these players get knee replacements as they get older because of the degenerative arthritis and the constant injuries to their knees. Broken leg will heal. Broken femur, broken tibia will heal. Ankle injuries are not quite as common. So basically we're talking about knees here. And again, I do say that we can replace knees. I see patients all the time with knee replacements that do well. However, concussive injuries cause brain damage. When these players get old, they've shown to have degenerative brain conditions. They might have dementia earlier, and at that point, their life is just slipping through their fingers. It's heartbreaking for their families. They're losing their loved ones. I'd rather have lower extremity, orthopedic, and joint injuries than brain injuries. Signing off, Dr. Pasqua.
Another quick question. Speaking of Gronk, a comparison. In their prime, who would you go with? I know who I'm going to go with. Jeremy Shockey or Gronk?
Jeremy Shockey was a prototype. He was the original. He was the original.
Shock was the man. The injury slowed him down.
Injury slowed him. No, you slowed him down. And his mouth slowed him down.
His mouth, yeah.
His left slowed him down.
His mouth cost him his giant career.
Yeah.
But the injuries also slowed him down.
No, he got a ring with New Orleans.
Right, but he started getting hurt
Yeah.
where they didn't need him. And plus they got superstar,
Jimmy Graham.
so they didn't need him. So, but the injuries took a lot out of him.
Yeah, but I think
Because he had a leg thing. He broke his leg with us.
Yeah.
So he didn't get to participate in our second Super Bowl.
he got a ring.
Oh,
on
our
that
first
ball.
one.
No, the first one.
The first one. That's right.
He got a ring off that as he
Right,
went
he
to.
was-
Where did he go after that?
To New Orleans.
To New
No.
Orleans.
They went to New Orleans, then he went to Carolina after
Yeah.
New Orleans.
So
Didn't he get hurt in New Orleans too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
hurt. That's what cost him his thing. As the injury started
yeah,
down.
exactly.
But in their prime, I'm going with my man Shock.
Shock was the truth.
He was a better athlete than
Shock
Gronk.
was the truth. But at that time, Miami was just they were a machine. They were putting people out like
Okay,
nobody
so
saw them.
out of Giants tight end, Shockey or Bavaro?
Oh, you no doubt Bavaro.
Bavaro, baby. The monster.
right now, Ronnie Lott is at home like Bavaro.
He twitches every now and then.
Bro.
Oh shit, 89. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Who pardon my language.
Eddie.
But hey, that was just our little comparison quick because I thought about that the other day. I miss Shockey because
Shockley.
if he would have calmed his mouth down a little bit, he might have been a giant.
It was that Miami mouth.
Yeah,
Miami mouth. All those you kids, all those you,
Yeah,
they all come out with mouth.
The you.
They come out with a PhD in mouth.
Yeah, they. Ooh boy, they can flip this. They can flip it.
Some of them.
Yeah,
And most of them that backed it up is still not playing. They sitting down right now like Chad Ochocinco.
But let me ask you guys, what y'all think of this RG3 situation, man? And Shanahan.
All right, before we get to that, Ocho Cinco didn't go to U.
Yeah,
He went to Oregon.
Yeah, he's from Florida, but he didn't go.
Yeah, he was from Florida, but he didn't go.
No,
Now, Washington, RG3, what?
Well,
If your man's not making Subway commercials, making sandwiches all the time, and getting his head in the playbook,
and Adidas commercials too. Yeah.
it was done wrong.
Yeah.
On both accounts. Why I say that, he rushed to go back into that starting job.
Yeah.
For some reason, he thought that wasn't going to be his job. Let Kirk Cousins start the season. Let him start the season. Let him roll. Implement RG3 in slowly, so he's not gimping around in his first 3 games like he did. And then he would have been in football shape and in football. Right now, he would have been where he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He got rushed back in.
I think he rushed himself back in.
Yeah, well, that's
so
what I'm saying.
Shanahan wasn't trying to rush him, but he
But
was.
It was the pressure.
And the
Dan
owner.
Snyder.
Yeah.
Dan
But
Snyder.
I don't think it was pressure. I think it was the competitor in him. I think it's more
the pressure.
competitive.
It was the pressure.
How?
He
You
had pressure
RG3,
from bench.
All the hype is based on you. How could it be pressure?
Yeah, but when your owner's like, I think you should play him.
And the franchise has stunk for the last
Yeah.
10, 15 years. Pressure from the community.
Well, isn't this week he's being benched?
Yeah, he's sitting out
Yeah.
the rest of the season.
Yeah, and he should have been this. He should have started off 3 games on the bench rather than starting 3 games running around, limping around.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me ask you. Okay, with him sitting on the bench, Mike Shanahan actually tried to claim that it was for the betterment, of preserving a player.
Man,
Do you think it was that, or was it Mike Shanahan benching him to try to save his job?
No,
even though he's getting the $7 million, like you said before last week on last week's show.
Yeah.
Do you think that he did that to try to improve his quality?
Mike Shanahan, which I don't like him because
Yeah.
as a fantasy owner, Cass, he has a lot of shenanigans. But Mike is doing this for 2 reasons. He's putting Kirk Cousins out there to say, look, this is a good quarterback. You can probably get some draft picks for him.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people
Because
say.
he gave up every draft pick to get RG3. He's on his way out. Shanahan is not. He's gonna stay there.
Yeah, he's pretty much going to be gone soon.
But this is going to look good on his way out.
Yeah, if this kid, if Cousins looks good.
And RG3, which I don't understand nowadays. When you're a quarterback and you could be benched. Look at the sideline. See what you're missing.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I like
You know what I mean?
The
And
other
better
point of view of the
yourself.
game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Better
Suck
yourself.
it up. Suck it up and play better, and you won't have that problem.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to play when you're running for your life half of the time. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it as that.
But they showed clips. There was times he wasn't running for his life, and he was making bad reads,
plays.
and overthrows. So he's got a lot of things.
But out of that class that came in that year, the freshmen, okay, let's understand. First of all, to me, Mike, he got figured out already. That's all it was. It didn't take much to figure him out.
What, RG3? You
Yeah,
think so?
I think so. Definitely so.
I don't think he got
Definitely
figured out.
so.
He just got hurt too much. And this is good because now you work on your pocket passing
Yeah, he's going to have to be a pocket
because you
passer.
can't run for the rest of your life.
This is like his second or third major knee injury. Because
Exactly.
he had one in college.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to outrun everybody for a long period of time.
So
you need to learn to play in
get your
the
pocket
pocket.
presence. Get your pocket presence.
Yeah,
it
but
works out
anyway.
for everybody. Trust me.
The other thing, Shanahan's got a history of not getting along with quarterbacks. Because he didn't get along with Elway when he first got there.
He's
He
got a
get
history of
along
not getting along with players too. You
He
know, he
get
had a
along-
communication existence with Terrell Davis too.
Terrell Davis,
Elway.
Donovan
McNabb.
McFly, Albert Hainsworth, but we can't blame him on Albert Hainsworth.
Yeah, Albert Hayes was just
Disgusting.
he's just yeah.
I mean, when New England lets you go,
Yeah.
that means you're garbage.
yeah. They don't want to have nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
They have nothing to do with you. So
I mean, coaching is hard. It was going back to the previous segment.
especially when
coaching
your
in the
owner,
NFL?
especially when your owner's kind of like
You don't have owners. You don't have owners in the college ranks. You do what you do.
Yeah.
The AD looks over you. If you're doing all right, whatever. You got Jerry Joneses. You got Dan Snyder. And let me tell you, Dan Snyder makes Jerry Jones look like he's hands off. You know what I mean? You know?
He's kind of nuts, but hey, let them keep doing all their foolishness.
Yeah, it's good for our
Right,
position.
yeah, it's good for me because it don't hurt. You know, I got a established family. My team is part of the foundation of the Shield, so I ain't got to worry about the foolishness from these young little rich kids that don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I got stability in my franchise, baby. Marriage, Tish, thanks for doing what you do, and please fire Gilbride. But hey, that's enough of my rant. We're not gonna get into all the rants.
Get to that
I'm
later.
sorry.
We
Yes.
get to that later.
I don't know. I just feel that he got figured out quickly.
Not yet.
To me, I think RG3 they figured him out quickly
It's
because
not-
Russell Wilson, had almost a similar facet kind of game where
It's
they
not
run the
him
mobile.
that's got figured out. It's that system they were running,
But you know what?
which is slowly getting figured out.
Russell-
Some people play it's that
Russell-
system that read
Russell
out your
Wilson's
things.
the truth. Russell's doing a lot with a little. He's
Right.
got beast mode and then
Yeah,
move.
right. Exactly.
Exactly.
All that money they spent on they got over no. All that money they spent on Percy Harvin, and he ain't in the field yet.
No, well, bring him back slowly.
But then
They're
the
not-
receivers
see,
been
they're
making
not
great
rushing.
plays too. They in sync with each other. I mean, Golden Tate been coming back, making great plays for him. You got a lot of good players that'll work extra hard for
And
Russell
their
Westbrook.
defense.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hopefully we can upset their train tomorrow, but I'm not gonna put money on that.
Oh yeah,
They coming to
definitely
town.
will win tomorrow.
I've been
We definitely win it. I left a half a brick over by the Legion of Boom.
Oh yeah, they better get their ooh wee on.
Yeah, they're gonna be the Legion of Boom, all right.
Yeah, them boys right
Well,
there,
I'm
man.
telling you, anything to win, right?
Hey, that's right.
Hey,
I ain't trying to
Anything
be
for the
79. I want to at least be 8-8 at least.
You know?
Have some kind of something. Jesus, Christy. Come
next
on,
on?
Giants. Come on, man. Anyway,
what's next on the topic?
so picks for this week's games.
Wait, let's talk about. Wait. You know what? I want to talk about one guy.
Who you want to
Talk about classes. And classes of quarterback. Okay. So in the class of what was it? 04?
04, Manning,
Manning
Roethlisberger, Rivers.
and Rivers.
Yeah.
Rivers is. I gotta apologize. I'm apologizing. I'm glad Mike ain't here. 'Cause
Yeah. He's
really-
having a good year.
He beat both Mannings in a week.
Yeah. Yeah. He beat the brothers.
He beat the Mannings in a week.
He beat the brothers.
If Archie was to come out here, I think he'll beat him right now.
Yes. He's produced.
Let's
He has
give
produced the
let's
last.
give Philip Rivers some credit.
Win a big game though, Philip. That's all I gotta say.
Big game, Philip Rivers.
Win a big game.
That was a big game.
Right.
That Denver game was big.
They
That was
still,
huge.
they kept them alive
That's
in the
huge.
playoff race. So big shots to him. That's all I'm giving him because he ain't win a playoff game. Has he got the playoffs yet?
Yeah, with Marty. Remember?
Oh, all right. Yeah, they gave him the shaft over there. But Marty just can't get over the hump. It seems like he can get you in the game. He can get you in the tournament, but can't get out of the tournament.
Yeah,
He can't get to that last game of the year.
Yeah, he can't win that big game.
Yeah.
He's
So
like, no, I don't want to diss him like Wade Phillips. He's not Wade Phillips.
no,
But
yeah, wait for this.
yeah, he's no Wade
he's-
Phillips. But
Get
He's
to
a-
the counts.
Yeah, let's get to the picks, man. For the 1 o'clock games this week, Chargers. Well, that was the other day. That was when he beat up the Big Brother. That was Thursday game. My bad, my notes were a little messy.
oh, that's okay. Good.
Seattle, New York. The Legion of Boom, ooh-wee, is coming to town, and we're gonna see how that rocks and rolls. Big Blue, I'm hopefully they play with some pride and play with some enthusiasm and get out there and handle their business. I ain't putting no money on it.
I got
but
money on it.
I hear you.
I got money on it.
I hear you.
And I got Big Blue winning.
I
you know
hear you.
why? They ain't got the 12th man.
That's
now-
right. They are a
now-
different team. They are a different team when they play on the road.
Exactly.
Right now, I got Big Blue being the player haters.
Yep.
They're gonna
We're
play.
gonna
They're
play-
gonna play a hate on
we're
them.
spoilers
We're
right
not
now.
in, so we're gonna spoil it for
Yeah, we
everybody.
spoil is fun. You
And-
seen what happened last week in San Fran?
Yeah.
They're a different team.
And a lot of dudes are playing for their job.
They should be.
Or auditioning for other jobs elsewhere because they know they're going to
They
get cut
should be.
here. So we're going to see what we're going to do. Go Big Blue.
Big Blue,
I
we
have
got
faith
this.
in you, son. I got faith in y'all.
We got this.
Redskins, Atlanta. Like if anybody cares because they both stink. But I'm going with the Hawks. See the Falcons on this one.
I'm naming this I Don't Care Bowl.
Yeah, that's what. There's a lot of those this week.
The I Don't Care Bowl. I'm going with. Go with Atlanta.
ATL, yeah. With Hey Atlanta. But anywho's, I'm going with them boys, man, because it's Kirk Cousins. He's getting thrown to the fire. OC's been having a productive year.
No.
So hopefully he gets
What
out
if
of
Kirk Cousins has a great game? How's that make Shanahan look?
Yeah, it's good. A lot of
I'm just
controversy.
saying.
A lot of controversy in DC.
We'll see. Like I said, the line is not doing much for him. He's going to be on the run for his life too. But anyway,
But that's the offense. That's their offense. That's their read option. We'll see.
We got the Bears and the Browns. Two old school NFL shield type things right there. That's an old school
shield.
game.
That's shield.
That's old school.
That should be-
I hope
That's
it's-
foundation.
I hope it's snowing that day
Yeah,
too.
that's
This
what
way
I'm
it
saying.
really look good.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
going to be cold.
Yeah.
There's going to be something going on.
I want it to be snowing. I want one of the Sables to
You're
film
going to see
it.
dirt. You're going to see
You know
some dirt.
I want one of the
Three out
Sables
of
to
the
film
four
it.
elements, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll see some dirt flying. They're going to be
Yeah.
dirty uniforms.
I
They're
want to
going
hear
to
that old classic music. Dun, 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 dun.
You're going to see
I want to
that.
hear that.
You're going to see that.
You know?
I like Chicago now, even though the Browns can't be slept on because the defense plays feisty.
Joe Hayden.
And Josh Gordon. I mean,
Josh Gordon, my man.
He's putting up
Told you
200 a
about
game.
that. Told you
Yeah.
about that cat.
Yeah.
Told you about that cat.
Yes,
But
sir.
I like the Bears.
Bears have got too much firepower.
Yeah.
Alphonse Jeffries.
The Twin
Good
Towers.
God.
The Twin Towers are wide receivers.
And Marshall has got his head on.
You see the
straight.
catch that kid made twice in a row?
One.
They both like 6'5".
Yo, he get the All-State Hands Awards for me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. He got the potential hands. or whatever.
The great hands people.
Right.
Yeah.
And Hayden,
Nice
can't,
hands.
Hayden can't guard both of them.
No, he can't.
So the Bears are winning that game.
He might probably be on Brandon, and then Jeffries will go off.
Right. So I think it's unanimous
And
on
the
this
black
table.
unicorn is looking good.
Yeah, right. But anywho, he
and
wanted too much money.
Let's
That's
not
why
forget Matt Forte.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he's a-
One of the best all-around backs in the game.
And underrated.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Right. Just
Very
true.
underrated.
Hey, he can be a giant next year if he won it. But anyway, I think it's unanimous going with the Bears on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Texans and the Colts. The Colts need to snap out of the funk they're in if they want to stay in the race. The Texans,
what
they
happened
stay.
last week, man? What happened to Andrew Luck last week?
I don't know, man.
So
They-
Reggie Wayne really was that factor, huh?
he seems like he's been the key to the
is
team.
that factor.
He
you know
was
what
that
I'm saying?
factor because now Andrew Luck looks lost.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
He's running out of luck.
You guys know what? Literally. But I think they'll bounce back and win this game.
No, they already clinched the playoff berth, so
Well,
they're good.
They need to step it up and get in playoff mode and win that game. But I got them winning that one. What about you?
Yeah, I guess they got to win. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm looking for You seen Trent Richardson anywhere? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him for a couple
He's
of weeks.
making sure the Gatorade table is sturdy.
Okay.
He's sitting over there. That's where he's at.
Good God.
Well, like I said, stocks are falling. I'm going for N.E.B.
Yeah, okay, we got Buffalo and Jacksonville. Buffalo need to win this game. They better snap
You
out of the
talk
funk
about,
they're in.
I don't give a rat's beat. the ball.
Yeah. But they got too much talent to been stinking it up the last 2 weeks they've stunk it
Which
up.
team?
The Bills. They got more talent than Jacksonville.
I'm really disgusted by it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm very disappointed. You know, we started out looking at as possible playoff kind of team, and then we just lose a couple of key games. Quarterback getting hurt, causing us to blow even bigger games, and having us the wonder without a quarterback. It's been an upsetting thing, and now C.J. Spiller's not really happy.
There's no MGD. He's not playing.
Yeah. Maurice Jones-Drew's not playing.
They're playing in
And
Jacksonville.
Cecil Shorts is hurt, so you never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Cecil Shorts is a.
Yeah.
You
They
got-
need a quarterback. They're in the Johnny football
Yeah,
sweepstakes.
they're in the Johnny football.
They're in
League.
the sweepstakes for
You
that.
guys got Fred Jackson. I wouldn't even worry about C.J. Spiller. I would let
think they're gonna win.
Fred Jackson's a great. running
Even
back.
though the Jags, for as bad as they are, they've been playing.
No, they've been playing
They're
inspired
tough.
ball.
They're trying.
They won 3 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been playing inspired ball.
It's going to be a tough game. I like the Bills.
I think the different, man. I feel Fred Jackson is still my glory running back for the team. But I think you need 2 cylinders to make the engine run, and I think that Spiller was the key. He should have been utilized
All right,
differently.
let me ask you this. Say, on the spot. Okay, so
might be Spiller.
Yeah, talking bad about me. Yeah. Okay. So if they double Stevie Johnson, who can they throw to?
Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
But
problem.
Stevie Johnson's not a big factor,
But
too.
he's the
And
main
that's
gun.
even worse.
Especially when they double him, nobody's stepping up.
Yeah.
I like them winning that game, even though it's a tight game. But anyway,
Yeah.
we got to move it on.
Rolling.
New England and Miami.
Too bad the Hammer's not here.
Right. Miami's playing tough. They're trying. But I think the Patriots are going to find a way, man. Even without Gronk, I think they'll find a way. They're going to win that game.
Find a way. You know why?
They got the greatest living American.
There you go. Next week, we're gonna have flags. We got to. But they got the greatest living American.
He's probably going to have a holiday after him.
Hey, the Tom Brady Day is coming.
In the UMass area, definitely.
Tom Brady Day is coming, man.
Tom Brady on the dollar bill and everything.
That's right.
I thought he was
The
on the
U.S.
nickel already.
Mints present Tom Brady's gold coin.
Hey, he's the greatest living American.
There you go. No, listen, Belichick,
They'll
they're
find
gonna
a
come
way.
up with a plan. They'll stop. Who's the guy on Miami? Brian
Wallace
Hotline?
and Hotline.
Wallace is nothing.
They'll figure it out. Philly and Vikings. I'm hoping for the upset, but Philly's on the roll. They're on the roll. They're a fast team. They're playing indoors on a fast track
Did you see what Shady did last week?
in the snow.
In the snow.
Which, the runner has the advantage because he knows where he's going to go.
Really?
So all it takes is a move and defenders on the
what
slide.
What did the Detroit running back have?
Well, nothing compared to what
No,
Shady
actually,
did.
Reggie Bush was hurt for that game. Joe Bell did step it up. But Shady went off.
I'm liking the upset.
What, Minnesota?
But, yeah, of course. I'm anti-Philly regardless of my
So
position.
you got Toby Gilhart going for 300 yards?
There you go. An AP, man. Wolverine, son. The Wolverine.
Is he
the X
playing
Factor.
tomorrow? You sure?
According to him, he's playing.
And then you got to love the conditions of that game, too, man. That's what real football
Yeah, that's
in
Yeah,
December
a lot of
is
the
all
guys said
about,
they
man.
had so much fun. They felt like a little kid again.
Yeah, man.
You know, it was
Oh,
great. It was
so
great to
great,
see.
man.
As a matter of fact, speaking of Minnesota, it was anniversary this week of the roof caving in over the snow. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's crazy.
That's right. They will be playing their games the next 2 years in Minnesota Stadium.
I'm going with the upset because that's what I would like. But my journalist view, I'm going with Philly to win the game.
All right.
My heart says Vikings.
Anyway, listen.
I'm that guy.
Personally, I'm loving that the Super Bowl's here in New York. All football games should be played in snow and cold. I don't care what anyone says.
football, man.
It's football, and
I love it.
I'm going with Philly because
Yeah.
it's the Ponder factor.
Yeah.
The Ponder factor.
Yeah. San Fran and Tampa. They're playing at Tampa down there. It's like 75 degrees. Bastards. But hey, they're playing down there.
Upset alert.
Upset alert? You think
Upset
so?
alert. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay and
They-
Jacksonville, Florida.
they've been
Tampa
in
Bay
the
and
game.
Jacksonville have been on a roll these couple
They've
of
been
days.
in their games.
So, and I told you that kid Glennon, he's a nice quarterback.
Yeah.
I got
San
Tampa
Fran
Bay.
winning.
I got
San
Tampa
Fran
Bay away from home.
I got Tampa.
All right.
I like Tampa now.
I don't know, man. The San Fran defense is always a monster with them linebackers. So
Sunshine Bowl going on
it's
down
just
there, you know?
it's just I got them winning that one.
I mean, I think he got all his weapons. You got Crabtree, you got Marion, and Bolden.
Yeah.
I still got Crabtree. I still got Tampa Bay.
I hear you, homie. I hear you. 4:00 games. Jets in Carolina.
Who cares?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's going to be a good game.
What's making it interesting was this guy. I don't know why he's running his lip, but Santonio Holmes was running off at the mouth
what
about
did he
Carolina.
say? What did he say?
I won't even repeat what he said. I didn't even read all of it.
Can't
But
be
just the
mo-
fact
it
that
can't
he
be
was
serious moment.
exactly.
be
You haven't done
serious.
anything all year, and you're flapping your gums about what you're gonna do and against another team who
wait
is
a
a
minute.
playoff team.
And before you even go into it, our Can't Be Serious section is by Rosie's Barbershop. Rosie's Barbershop, 150 Marble Hill. Okay, in the west side of the Bronx.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Rose. We coming to y'all for our next show. We coming to you for a show pretty soon.
go.
When you want to get tightened up for the weekend, hit up Rosie's, get tightened up, and get your smooth guy on and all that.
That's right.
But yo,
When your stash is trash and your beard is weird,
go to Rosie and Rosie. They get tightened up and all that.
Get you put in check right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know?
But I can't understand. Yo, Carolina, their defense is for real.
Really?
And yeah, their defense plays ball.
ask Drew Brees about that defense last week.
Well,
He
just
caught that
that's
up.
Drew Brees.
That's
You gotta
Drew
admit,
Brees,
Drew Brees is, you know.
And hey, he got
Check that
superstar.
Jimmy Graham.
So hey,
Hallelujah.
I'm liking Carolina in that game, man. And they traveling. They got to go to Carolina, the Jets.
Nah, I like Carolina.
Yeah, they're at home, man.
Because it's Gino's off week.
Yeah, good, bad.
Gino Costa.
And
Gino
Cam,
Costa.
son, Cam is playing some ball. For people that
Actually, Cam hasn't been doing it for a while, and he's been winning. So
go with Cam, son.
Yeah.
No, he's focused. He's really focused.
He is.
You know.
he's very focused. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to pose this before we finish on the pick. Who gets Coach of the Year, Rivera or Reed? Reed.
I would give Rivera because Reed went to a team that had the pieces. Because remember, that was my sleeper team 2 years ago. They made me look bad.
Last
but
year.
those pieces was there. Those pieces were there.
5 people went to the Pro Bowl last year.
6.
6.
They had the pieces. They needed the coach. Big shots for the turnaround. Great coaching job. But Rivera with less pieces got them boys in the thick of things.
Yeah,
I gotta give him the edge.
I'm corrected.
Rivera had Cam.
That's it. And old Steve Smith, who doesn't seem to age.
True, he's an ageless one. And Greg Olson, another U guy.
But they got Luke Kuechly, man. Kuechly's all over the place. The kid Luke is the truth.
Yeah.
But hey,
right.
I give Rivera the edge for that.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. And I'm that guy. But anyway, Saints and the Rams should be a good game, but they're playing in the dome. So
It's going to be a
the
fast
Saints are going to be ready to run. They're going
Saints
to be
playing
ready.
the dome too.
Right. I know. So they're going to be comfortable. They're going to be ready to
They
put up
both
their
back
points.
moving teams.
Right. But their secret weapon, the Rams got that kid Austin.
Trayvon Austin?
He's out.
He wasn't really in. He had 2 good games.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. So he's out again. But the
And
Rams defense is
The
tough.
defense is tough.
I like the Rams defense.
That's the only thing.
Coach Fisher always keeps a good
If
defense.
they can put some pressure on Breeze, which I seen with Seattle, which they were just all over Breeze.
And Howie's boy plays ball.
Yeah.
He got his team playing.
And Animal, the Hawk.
That's right.
No, Animal.
Laurinaitis.
Right? Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
For you guys that don't know,
Warriors.
wrestling fame, Road Warriors, Animal. His son plays for the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, he's linebacker.
Yeah.
Middle linebacker stuff?
Yeah, middle linebacker, Laurinaitis.
So they got some blood on that team, man.
Yeah, they got some old blood on that team.
Yeah,
so
man. Big shouts to him.
It'll be a close game. It'll be closer than people think. Yeah. Snack on Danger. You know what I mean?
But hey, I got the Saints in that one, man, because
Here's a game
superstar.
Here's a game that intrigues me. Dallas at Green Bay.
I would love to see the Packers win that game.
I can see the Packers winning that game.
They're playing that?
They're playing at Dallas, but that doesn't matter. It's December.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That's true.
matter. It's December right
Once
now.
that calendar flips, boy.
Oh my gosh. Romo just turns crazy in
Go
December.
Pack. And their defense is
It's suspect.
Sean Lee's out.
It's
So
suspect.
Marcus Ware is like, once you stop him, who else is doing anything?
Their defense has been suspect all year. They can't stop anybody. No one.
Go Pack.
Go Pack. I can see Jordy Nelson with at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
The Cardinals and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Your man,
Yeah, he's out.
he's done for the
Yeah, he's
season.
done, he's done.
He might miss all next season too, because
Yeah.
I think he got the same injury as Gronk, the ACL and
ACL and
PCL.
MCL.
Yeah.
But that's okay. He made an impact because you actually finally said his name today.
The Honey
So-
Badger was doing well. Sorry to hear you got your injury. Hopefully you recover and you come back for the 2015 season.
Yeah.
Because most likely with 2 ligaments, you're sitting out
Pretty
all the
much.
next season.
Pretty
That's
much.
The 14 season is done.
But I gotta take some umbrage on that yawning. Arizona's been a good
They're
team.
in the mix. They are in the mix.
I gotta give it to him. The coach, who was actually the coach for Indianapolis last year when Chuck went down.
Yes, he was the interim coach over there.
He's a good coach. I kind of like. You know what? I root for Fitz.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with them guys.
Correction. Carson Palmer might be out tomorrow.
Oh, that'll gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Bengals and Pitt. That's a big game for Pitt. They're on
No,
life support.
That's a big
I think
game.
they're a wrap.
That's a big game for Cincy. They gotta
They-
win the
yeah,
big games.
they need that.
They need to win the big
The
games.
Red Rifle has to step
and they
up.
need the big Pitt. This is This is like the Yankees versus the Dodgers. I mean, Yankees versus Boston. This is a big rivalry.
The Red
Michigan
Rifle
versus Ohio State. This is it right
They
now.
got to do it. They're going to do it.
This
I
is
have
it.
faith that they'll do that. Go Bengals. Put the final nail in the Steeler coffin.
AJ
so I
Green.
can,
AJ Green.
And the
But
defense.
Antonio Brown's been playing well. Except for, stepping out the ice way.
Next pick, Ravens and the Lions. Megatron is at home. No
I
snow.
like the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions in that game.
I was going with the Ravens until I heard one of the cornerbacks from the Ravens said they could stop.
Yeah,
Megatron.
called him old.
Yeah,
He called Megatron old.
He said Megatron's old, who's only 28.
Right. He's crazy.
Megatron's having 4 touchdowns tomorrow.
He's feasting.
The way
And
Megatron plays, he could go another 10 years.
They don't
so
call
let's-
his name is not Megatron for nothing.
Exactly. He's feasting on roasted Ravens.
Indeed.
right.
Come Sunday. So on that note, and those picks and all that,
Indeed.
we wanted to wrap it up. Tell everybody to be safe tonight when they're traveling in this nasty weather in the
Watch
Northeast.
out for the snow.
Remember, watch the fights tonight
Indeed.
and enjoy that. And big shouts to the ladies of 502.
Carmen,
502.
Patty,
Also
what's
check
up?
us out on the podcast, Show Love Radio.
On iTunes.
Make sure you come and join us on Sundays. We're here watching the game.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody
good
come
food,
through if you
good
want
drinks.
food and drink and
Good
hear
hospitality.
me and hear me screaming and yelling at the Giants. You know, I put on a good show.
Indeed. Yes, she does.
Because that's what we do.
That's what she does.
So like, check us out, YouTubers. Check the podcast, chilloradio.net. Everybody out there, be safe and have a good night. From 502 on the Block Sports Talk is out of here.
All right.
One yourselves.
Richard Seymour? No, not Richard Seymour. From the Legion of Boom.
Oh, so yeah, they talk about it.
Yo, come to my house.